right, today we will be installing the OutEquip Pro 12 volt AC unit. We're gonna get the truck off the camper, get it lower so we can get it on the roof. All right, I'm gonna hop up here to just show. Here is the current AC unit. I plan on replacing it and running the power cord under this solar panel down through that vent down to the lithium-ion batteries. I have two 190 watt solar panels and currently only have 200 amp hours of lithium batteries, planning on upgrading another probably 300 amp hours. So we'll get this AC unit taken off and get the OutEquip Pro put up here. As you can see from this angle on my 2005 Bigfoot 9.4, the AC unit is pretty tall. So it's a 120 volt AC unit. Looking forward to throwing the 12 volt on there to see if we can start boondocking more. So stay tuned. All right, we already removed the two vents and just unplugged this power wire right here. We're gonna finish taking off this plastic piece and see where the main bracket is. So all right, so we removed the vent cover, the outer cover. There are 3 big bolts to secure the frame. Remove the electrical, and now it is time to push up. So we already broke the seal a little bit. Just pushed up with both hands and you can see all the light coming through, broke the seal. So now we will jump up top, take the old one off, clean it up, and throw the OutEquip up there. All right, we're gonna pull the old AC off and set it towards the front of the camper. The old AC pulled up to the front, gonna kind of lower it down into the bed of the truck. We'll clean up. Thankfully, this is not too bad. Just clean up around the here and throw the seal on. Alright, I did not record this, but just put the seal or the gasket on top. So I'm gonna caulk it real quick and I'll record that one. see, quick little update. Got the wire ran behind the shower wall, which will run right down into here where I have my 2 lithium ion batteries. I'm going to drill a hole right there. And I did put the brackets up. I haven't tightened them down. You can still see the light through here. I'm gonna tighten these down. I did start with the small screws and ended up changing them all to the longer screws. So once I get that tightened down, I will do a little quick review. It is hot. It's currently 92, so we need to get this thing hooked up. All right, we did have a little delay, which required some JB weld. So when tightening this down with the torque wrench, it actually set it to 4.5 pounds and it ripped the threads out completely of the gold threaded right there. So that pulled out completely, so we had to JB weld it. We'll have a little delay and tomorrow we'll tighten it down, so we'll go from there. All right, put JB weld up there, so I'm impatient. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down these 3 and just get the wires connected, kind of put it up there. I haven't cut these wires. I'm gonna see how flush it sits with the ceiling. I'll let the JB weld sit overnight before I tighten down this really good. I kind of just want to get it fired up and make sure everything's running. So I will go ahead and put on the cover and the control panel.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I'm coming out.
You both are? Power. It has been 55 minutes. Decided to come out and check. Air's set on 64. 55 minutes. It went from 83 degrees to 72.9. So definitely cooling off. Curious to see what it will get down to. This is a 2005 Bigfoot 9.4 SB. Pretty well insulated, so I'm hoping we can get down to the mid 60s at night. All right, we let it run all night. It is only 70 degrees outside, but let's see what the temperature inside is. 61.5. Not bad. Alright, here we are up on the roof. As you can hear, it is very, very quiet. Power cable is running under this solar panel, down the vent right there, down to the batteries. So far, so good. What do you want? Please go on a camping trip?
Yes.
Can you ask again?
Baby, go on trip.
You want to go?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
On trip.
I will say, it's really impressive on how quiet this little machine actually is. Like, in the past, sitting here with the AC running, you would kind of have to yell, and it was just so loud that it's almost like not enjoyable to just sit here and enjoy the table, looking out when we're actually camping. We're just at home right now because I'm still playing with this. But no, it makes a world of a difference. I'm actually going to pull up some screenshots of my Victron app. just show you how many amps this is currently pulling, or watts it's pulling, just in a real live setting. When it's this hot out, midday, full sun, camper's not in shade, and then just show you kind of how long it'll last. So that's it. On the AC's turbo setting, lowest temperature, we're pulling 34.55 amps, 455 watts. All right, it has been exactly 1 hour. You can see the condensation dripping from the AC unit. Might be dark. I did shut the blinds just so we're sitting out in the direct sunlight. Shut these. All right, blowing cold. And it is currently 73.9 degrees. So cooled off 10 degrees in 1 hour. So I'm gonna let it run for 1 more hour, heat of the day right now, and just come back and see what it says. All right, we are playing around. I just have an EcoFlow Delta 2. I was just curious. It will run pretty much the AC unit for about 2 hours. It's currently pulling 450 watts. So just kind of wanted to see what that was like if we ever got in a situation where we needed it. It's been exactly 2 hours. It's 92 degrees outside. Let's see what it is. Okay, it is 72.5. So feels really good inside the camper right now. It's blowing cold. It did automatically just turn off from the turbo mode. So the temperature is just set to 73. And it feels great. All right, I just want to do a fast recap. It's pretty impressive on just how compact this AC unit really is and the power it puts off. In about an hour, it can cool off from anywhere from 10 plus degrees. And that's pretty impressive just running on a 12 volt system. So it's nice that I don't have an inverter. I do have an onboard generator, but I don't even have to use it to be able to run this system. Inside, the sound is just so much quieter than our previous AC unit. It's nice we can turn it on when we want without having all the loud ruckus. Install was super easy. I mean, I am not super handy, and it's pretty straightforward. It comes with great instructions. I did have a couple mishaps. Really with my electrical system, had to make a few changes there, so that made the install a little bit longer, but that was nothing due to AutoQuip Pro. That was just how the previous owner had this thing wired. So kind of fixed a couple things, found out a couple things about my rig during the process, but overall it's great. I mean, I would highly recommend this AC unit to anyone that is really trying to boondock, and I mean, it can be a great AC unit for anyone in any scenario. I do think if you're typically camping in very extreme heats nonstop, then I don't know, depending on how well insulated your camper is and how large it is, if that will be a great fit for you, just because of maybe the amount of power it's going to constantly draw to keep up. And other than that, though, highly recommend it. I mean, I think we're really going to enjoy it, just being able to be off-grid, cool off the camper quick. And I mean, I ran it all night. If you're plugged up to power and you don't have to worry about your battery bank, it will get as cold as you want. It got our camper down to 61 degrees, and that really exceeding our expectations. So highly recommend it. I'll leave a link to AutoQuip Pro in the comments, and then just I want to say thank you to AutoQuip Pro for sending me this unit. There's a bunch of videos out there on how to install. I kind of didn't go too deep in the install process, but kind of try to take glances at certain parts of it. So that's all I got. I wanted to post one more picture of a screenshot of my Victron app. I'm currently running the AC at the coolest temperature, just not on turbo mode, and it pulls way less power. It's pulling 21.77 amps,
288 watts. So it hovers under 300 watts if you kind of don't have it on the turbo setting, but the lowest temperature. I actually ran this system on two 100 amp hour batteries for just at 7 hours before my batteries died. So just want to say thanks to everyone for watching. Highly recommend this unit. This AutoQuick Pro is awesome, and it's a great product.